Alright guys, I told you we're gonna get after it, and I'm gonna bring you along with. So it's time to start taking this thing apart. Won't be any cutting probably for a little bit, but we got a lot of stuff we can unbolt, take apart, and that's part of the process. So I told you I would document it. So here we go. All that, it's already smashed. Not good, not savable. That was interesting. Better wander back here and see what happened. So we didn't go through the wall, which is a good thing. Oh boy. We almost lost her. Still hanging in there though. Yeah. Harbor Freight quality jack stands that should have probably been swapped out. If I die, I swapped them out. That's all anybody asked, right? Anybody needs to know. Those were warranted or whatever, exchanged. They weren't, but whatever. Oh, all right. Well, I almost got this thing off. There's just two little bolts down here that don't want to come loose because there's the square nuts that are welded onto the body, and they just don't want to give up. So I might just shoot the Sawzall in there or the cutoff wheel and nip them off real quick. Then we're down just the upper valance and this fender. I can't get this fender out because the door doesn't open. There's a pop here. I've tried pulling the little rod on the inside. It acts like it's locked and I can't get it to open. But I need to get that bolt, it's right there, out, or I can't take the fender off. So worst case, I guess we're going to be cutting a door, but let's see if we can find some other options. Well, I got the door open. It's hard to see, but down inside here, shoot some light there. Down there, the lock is stuck so bad that I pulled the lock rod up to get it out, and it just broke off. So I ended up sticking a pry bar in there and giving her a good whack with a hammer and got it to pop loose. But yeah. So either somebody went in and changed some sheet metal, or just had that good of sheet metal. I'm guessing it just had that good of sheet metal because there's not really any big signs of replacement, and it doesn't look that new. So who knows though? It's hard to tell, especially with a Port 15 over top of it all. So anyway, I'm gonna work on getting this fender off. I got the Aviator outside charging. I gotta do some work on that before our trip. We're going to Southern Missouri. So I gotta do the manifold gaskets on it, which I'm super stoked for. Absolutely not. And we're gonna switch it over to headers and stuff. But anyway, I'm gonna get the rest of those bits off. I don't see any need to record it. You guys can watch anybody on bolts and fenders and stuff. So anyway, I'll do that, and then we'll probably do more recording when we start taking big suspension bits off and cutting holes. That was too easy. Got myself a little bit. Get that shut off, door off. Get that out and pull the dash. Then we're gonna start cutting. Alright, so I got a few more things to remove. And that clutch pedal assembly might be worth something to somebody with a 60s Mustang. Or not, I don't know. We're going to save the wiper motor because at some point I'm probably going to have to remake at least the wiper arm stuff. I took the brake booster off and it's really obvious how light the front really is getting now. Like, so I'm gonna have to get in under here and move this jack stand probably back to the rear frame rail. At least while we finish cutting this out, and then we're gonna cut all this out next probably and work our way backwards. I'm gonna try and leave the package shelf. That way maybe we can tie it in with the other car's package shelf. But we'll see. This is why you don't stick your hands where they don't belong, kids. I'm sure there's probably a proper tool for this, other than beating the crap out of it. It feels like it's coming. Oh, it's got blood everywhere. Whoa. We need to save these for a future endeavor, because we're gonna probably modify the stock wiper motor somehow to make these work. Man, that is nasty. Alright, let's go see what do we have on the other seat. Just gotta pop that clip off there. Well, actually, we can just take this whole thing and go set it somewhere nice. Feels like top corners. Probably gonna get diseased with this thing open like this. This old ass car. So if I die, it's because I smashed my hand in a jack stand and then stuck it in this old rusty ass pile of shit. There she goes. I'm starting to feel like it's time to cut. I can always clean up the mess later. It's gonna just be a big mess anyway. So I was kind of glancing at a couple other videos. Basically had a cut, like I said, in here. And I was going to save this, but it looks like everybody else just takes it. And then you just run the inside of that. We'll probably leave a little bit back there for now. And then just keep working our way all the way around. And I don't know. I like ruining things, so I guess we can start with ruining things. There's no going back now. Just wonder if I should measure twice or cut once, or cut twice and measure once, or measure it all. I've done nothing but punish my garage. It's just a disaster now. Your Mustang parts everywhere. But just keep on cutting, I guess. Jump right in where we were cutting from the front and get it through here. Highly recommend using one of these. I think they're the torch blades, Milwaukee. Not sponsored. They seem to rip pretty good. I just cut all that out. And the dash and everything all in one blade. It's still cutting. So we're gonna keep going. This is legit my only third day working on this car, and this is almost too easy. And you'll see that I ran nice and tight on the edge here, so I only have a little bit of cleanup to do to get it buff clean, and so we can weld it into the other car. I thought it was a goner. Slid off the jack stands. I don't know what happened to that one. It's still standing. This one tipped over. It's resting on the cowl. Surprisingly, that's actually pretty strong. I checked to see if it was flexing at all, and it wasn't. So must be that corner brake. It's doing a good job. Just kind of mapping out what we're gonna do back here. Looks like I think we're just gonna cut right across here and take everything in here out. The inner tub and everything, both sides. That way we can maybe avoid trying to cut the frame rail in here. We'll get the, go get the spot weld drill bits out and pop this loose. That way I can use it later on, I think. I don't know. If you're wondering, I have no idea what I'm doing. Just kind of winging it. I haven't got the other car out of the front garage yet. It's up there. I kind of cut up some of the pieces we had laying around, trying to get some of the area cleaned up. My goal is for the night to get this whole chunk of floor out, get this all cut up in a scrap pile, get it, maybe even throw it up back on, well, I'm gonna get it back on jack stands anyway, but I want to run through and just knock everything, all the paint that they put pour 15 and everything, just knock that all down. I bought one of those fancy surface cleaner grinder things, so try that bad boy out, get everything prepped. That way this side of the car is done and it'll be just tearing the other one apart. And then I want to try and move it forward and put it either on this hoist on some 2x4s or put it over here. And then I got to figure out how I'm gonna lift it up and onto the body yet, but that's another day problem. So, but we got a good bit of cleaning up to do. It's fucking trashed in here. It's crazy how something just explodes. This is, so I spent like one night tearing off the fenders and stuff a week or two ago before our trip. I did all this in the last 3 days. So, and I think I did a good job cutting. Like everybody else is using grinders and cutoff wheels and stuff, but I just use those long boy torch Milwaukee blades, and the cut's pretty clean. Like, I hit it with a flap disc and knock most of it down, so it's clean. Like there's not extra shit. And if I need to, there's spot welds or whatever, I'll drill those out and just get it gone. But I think we're gonna be faster along on this project than, I mean, I've checked out a few YouTube videos and it doesn't seem like they move along very fast. But it may, I mean, we're not into it yet. Cutting's easy, it's putting it together that's gonna be the hard part. But anyway, I'm gonna resituate my jack stands and maybe clean up a little bit more, get rid of a little more scrap, maybe try and drag this floor out of here so I can get it chopped up and out of the way, and should be in pretty good shape. Dash can go. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with the doors yet. Maybe once I get the car out of there, I'll move all my good parts up there, because I got another hood. That's the bad hood, but I'm keeping it for just in case we need some sheet metal. Got all the flares from the Eleanor kit, or whatever you call that kit, the E kit. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm gonna use them yet. My plans are just to cut the body and kind of bulge it out like you do with like fiberglass over fenders. Maybe cut the wheel arch up a little bit so we can bring her down a little bit. We'll see what we can really do once we get the other chassis underneath of it. So we're not gonna do any of that crazy cutting yet. But I really want to do like a wide body without doing the big crazy unicorn looking flares. It's kind of going for a cleaner, like bulge, like a bulged fender look per se. So when you look down the line, it'll bulge out this way more so than, you know, down in a big flare. And I'm not opposed to doing bulge with the flare, but I just want to make sure that's what I want first. So anyway, I'm gonna keep plugging away on this and just keep taking along. All right, I got everything cleaned up. I even moved all this, and I was worried about being too loud and too late, so I moved this thing inside too. But maybe we'll get started on that. It's already like midnight, so right now I'm just gonna work on continuing to get this out. And yeah, so we're cut all the way up to the arch over there, the wheel tub. Here I got my GoPro's dead, so over there I use the old Amazon spot weld driller, and I was doing it without using a center punch. I'm gonna try and center punch it because it keeps trying to walk on me. Alright, so the reason why I did that, and okay, bear with me because I'm just winging this. I have no idea what I'm doing for sure, but I know this much. I think I need to leave that. Anyway, my goal is to leave the rear seat deck panel or whatever you call that in the 12. So I'm gonna cut all this out and try and leave that one and then make them work together for now. This is all getting cut off anyway. I'm just not sure if it's gonna happen before winter or not, so we'll see. Depends how much work it is to do the in-between. I wouldn't mind driving it as a coupe and then doing the other swap, so, but we'll see. Alright, now we're going to be working more rearward. I got more spot welds to drill out. I'm going to get the ones in here on both sides, and so I can save that. And then I'm going to try and get in here and continue cutting my wheel tub. As we had already talked about, we're going to go to that line back here. So it's going to be zip, zip, zip over, and this whole floor should drop out. No promises. I figured I better give you guys a good angle on the drop like I had been. These lights really throw off some weird shadows. Anyway, I had everything cut but across the back of the frame on both sides. So it's kind of exciting to watch all the drops. So barely see it, but it's not touching anymore. It's probably a pretty good testament to how light that is. I can lift that corner up by myself, and that should be the heavy side. So I'm gonna leave it the way it is because somebody is gonna come look at it tomorrow, and they might want it. Alright, so it's like 12:30 at night, so I'm trying to be a little quiet. Like I said, I'm probably gonna separate the teardown of that. These freaking lights in here mess up with this camera a lot. Anyway, so we got the teardown of that is going to be on a separate video than the teardown of this. And so I'm going to start on this, but I'll probably release that vid footage first. So if you see that first, that's why. But I'm just going to put her up out of the way and do a time lapse and just get all these body panels ripped off and anything we don't need. Maybe get the dash out, interior, put it somewhere safe so it don't get messed up, so we can really get cutting on this thing.